Hi and welcome back. The latest Smackdown game from developer Ukes Media Creations is putting much more emphasis on tag team play this time around. And to find out more of what's going on with the game, we bring you this interview. Guys, Greg?
Boudica Boudica 619, how you doing, Chobot?
Good. What
Awesome.
the heck was that?
See, she's a poser, folks.
Honestly,
She doesn't know. Me and Corey,
No,
right
I
there.
definitely don't know anything about wrestling, so this one's going to be all you
You're
guys.
going to get a lesson.
Am
Right
I?
now.
Are you going to teach it?
I am.
Okay.
Teaching a lesson.
All right, make it happen. Impress me.
Yes, we are talking about tag team matches. We have all new tag team matches this year. Tag team match has been in the game before, but it's a brand new, overhauled match this year. We're focusing on tag team play, on teamwork, on added drama in the match, new moves, new tag team finishers. So really, we kind of stripped it down, built it up from the ground up, and now it's a brand new match and something the fans have been asking for. So we're able to deliver it this year in Smackdown vs. Raw 2009.
Awesome. Well, I'm tempted. Greg, do you have any questions for this fine gentleman to my left?
Corey, I've been playing SmackDown for a long time. I've always hated tag team matches, and it's not your fault. I don't blame you. I understand you're just, it's a system, it happens. But I have played this one a lot, and I've enjoyed it so far. There seems to be a lot more of that feel for the match. How did you guys go about doing that? What did you put in to make it feel like I was actually part of this match? Even when I wasn't, when I'm sitting on the apron, it still feels good.
I feel your pain. I had the same pain before playing the game, and really what it was just a single match with a partner on the side. You tagged them in and became another single match. So really we wanted to add the teamwork element in there. So that means now you guys build momentum together. So you have one momentum meter, and as you're playing, your momentum is gained together. So if you're getting your butt kicked, you're losing momentum.
Well, that wouldn't happen.
That wouldn't happen.
No.
You're probably right. But
Come on.
then you guys are losing momentum as a team.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big changes. But then we've added a lot of things for the illegal partner to do, because in the past, he just sat there, didn't really have much to do, no interaction in the match, actually just waiting to be tagged in. But now he's got all this new interaction. He can distract the referee. He can grab his opponent. He can go ahead and do a rope down maneuver and go ahead and have the opponent go flying out of the ring. So he's got all these actions now that keep him engaged in the match, feeling like he's part of the team. And so that's just really bringing a lot of the multiplayer fun that it was missing in the tag team match.
If you've watched wrestling as long as we both have, you know that tag team matches, there's always, in these big WrestleMania kind of moments, the hot tag. Somebody's getting beat on it. The fans are chanting. The partner's pounding the turnbuckle. They make that big move. That's in the game. Can you explain a little bit the mechanics of how that works? I have to have a special built up, or do I? Momentum
can you
meter?
actually play and talk at the same time?
What?
So we can see the.
Do we have that kind of technology?
That's why we have you here. Yes, absolutely. The hot tag, like you mentioned, obviously any wrestling fan knows what the hot tag is. Basically, you're starting to get beat down in the match. The odds are against you. It's not looking very good. What happens is your partner's firing up the crowd. And in the game, when you're sitting on the side, you actually get to fire up the crowd with the D-pad and start clapping, start banging the turnbuckle, get people excited. What happens is that you build up your hot tag meter. Once that meter is just full out, all flames, you can go ahead and trigger the hot tag. Your partner comes rushing in, has a couple opportunities to knock down the opponents, clear the house, for your partner to go ahead and hit his finisher. So that's really what the new feature is for Smackdown vs. Raw 2009. Let's see if we can showcase it for you in the game. Here you have the tag team, the Hardys.
Now, of course, them coming out, that's perfect. That's what it should be. And I know from talking to you earlier, it seems like on the outside, from before I jump in, if I wanted to put together a wacky tag team, I could, right? And give them double team finishers and so on.
Our game's all about user-created content. We want you to be able to create your own superstars, create your own tag teams, create your own finishing move, which is a brand new feature this year. So we just want the fans to have complete freedom in the game. Create whatever you want. So like you mentioned, you can go ahead and create your own tag team. They have their custom entrance when they come out. They'll be nowhere near the quality of Miz and Morrison, that great tag team, but you can try your best to create in the game. Here is the UnderTaker, his dramatic entrance coming out.
It makes it tough for you. Every year he changes it and it's a little bit better.
I'm going to go ahead and skip these entries and hop right into games so you guys can check out some of our new tag team features here.
Obviously, a lot of what you're talking about, as far as making the tag match not only awesome when I have somebody in my house, but, great when I'm doing my single-player career, however that's going to break down, because we haven't talked about that.
Right.
How does it work? Has the AI been overhauled, I guess?
We have rebuilt the AI engine, so it's a brand new system. And really what we focused on the most was making sure that the characters, the superstars, feel like they're actually themselves in the ring. So Undertaker takes the steps necessary to set up his big moves like the old school or his tombstone. So when you're playing against him, you start to recognize, whoa, that's looking like what the Undertaker would do to set up his moves, or that's the kind of approach Undertaker would take in a match. There's nothing more important than bringing out the superstars' personalities in the game. That's when you really feel immersed. That's when you really feel like you have a piece of WWE in your living room while you're playing. So that's very important to us. So AI is built from the ground up, and then we spend a lot of time making sure we tune that for every single match type.
A big part of that, I mean, last year you guys introduced fighting styles, which I thought really, it was one of those things where it gave specific people specific, abilities, things they could do that made them feel more like it. This year, you've dropped the styles, but you've kept those specific abilities, right?
Right. The fighting styles were kind of limiting us in a number of ways. It was forcing superstars in certain categories that didn't really fit. So this year, we still kept the abilities, so now you can still have some of those fun fighting style abilities that make sense, such as using the ref as a shield, or being able to use the ropes during your pin. So we still have those abilities, but now they're individual abilities, and each superstar can hold up to 6 of these abilities. And so it just gives us a little more flexibility to make the superstars feel like they're actually themselves, and still give you those great abilities to kind of add that increased strategy and depth in the game.
Undertaker's upset.
Yeah, he's unhappy, and he's probably not going to be any more happy, so we're going to do a tag team move here. Let's see if we can build up our finisher. So we have over 25 new tag team, double team finishers in the game. I'm going to demonstrate the Hardys here.
They've wrestled a few times together.
Yeah, just a little bit. We've been around the block. So it shows you some of the new functions we have in the game. Whenever the opponent will get close to Matt, who's on the side, he'll go ahead and grab him.
That's an outfit climbing into the ring right there.
Are you making fun of CM Punk?
I just think those are cute.
And then you see the meters also starting to build up the hot tag there. So CM Punk's trying to rally the crowd to get on Undertaker's side. You see him clapping right there, so that means he's trying to build up the hot tag, because Undertaker's getting kind of a beat down here by me. So
there, now it's up.
Yeah, these are some examples of how some of these new features are going to play out this year in Smackdown vs. Raw.
Now, for the Undertaker to get the hot tag, he just has to get to that side of the ring, right?
He's got to get to that side of the ring, and of course, my strategy is to keep him far away from there.
Yeah.
But let's see if
but for the purposes of
for the purposes of demoing, let's see if we can get that to trigger, and let's see if Undertaker gets too confident in himself.
The Phenom.
Said he's going to do a tag team.
That's still cool, though. I mean, that's definitely a nice thing. How many are there per team, or how many are there available for that? I mean, does it get to
There's quite a few moves because they're also done in the turnbuckle as well as just standing in a grapple. So there's about 8 tag team moves per team, so quite a few, and over 25 new double team finishers in the game. So we've added a lot. We mocapped all these new moves. A lot of the WWE talent, so very authentic, very realistic looking, bone crushing.